habit that I have is my morning habit. And I get up at 5 o'clock every morning. I can't break the habit of getting up early in the morning like I did in the military, because I want to get started early. And the first thing I do is what I call my jam time. It's my Jesus and me time. Why? Because I spend time with myself and reflecting and just praying, and that's my way of just getting ready for the day, because if I do that in the day, then I feel I'm more successful and productive with other people. And then after I do my jam time, then I get my workout. Okay? After retiring from the military, my wife said, when you retire, you gonna let yourself go? I was like, no, I can't. I have to feed the body. I have to feed the beast, right? So I have to work out. I get a quick workout. I'm not one of these that stays in the gym for hours at a time. I hit it quick. 20 to 45 minutes, and I'm in and I'm out. Whether it's cardio, HIIT workout, something, whatever, I just get it done. And then after that, I have a healthy breakfast because I want to enable my health for future growth, right? I have 3 boys. I say boys, they're 20, 16, and 14. But they keep me pretty busy, and I want to keep up with them. And oh, by the way, I also want to be playing with my grandkids one day. So my morning habit enables that. The second habit I have is my startup habit. It's the first 30 minutes when I get to work. Now, sometimes I work from home, sometimes I work from the downtown office, whatever I do, but I check my email that first time in the morning. I set my schedule for the most impactful things I'm going to do that day. I have a full focus planner that I love using. It's probably the best planner I have. Michael Hyatt Company puts it out down in Nashville. And it allows me to get focused for the most impactful thing. I call them my big 5. The 5 most impactful things that I do, and I write them down, and I put them on my schedule, because as Michael Hyatt says, what gets scheduled gets done. And I make deliberate time for those most impactful things. And then throughout the day, I have different habits, like I take a break about every hour, I'm drinking water, I don't eat nasty food or anything. I try to eat healthy foods and snacks throughout the day as I'm working with my partner or coaching some clients. Then at the end of the day, I have my end day habit. And I do that in reverse. So I check my email, I see what got done, I see what needs to get done the next day, and then I make sure I get those most impactful things scheduled. I check in with my partner, I see if he needs anything, because by doing that, I'm going to leave work at work, because if not, it's going to crowd into my evening habits. And my evening habit is when I get home, usually around 6:30, and the first thing I do when I get home from my evening habit is I reconnect with my wife. Okay? I've been married almost 23 years, and the reason that is because, well, my wife has a lot of grace for me, right? And I love her so much, but I stay connected with her throughout the day. I send her text messages, I call her, but the first person I connect with when I get home is my wife. My sons know not to get between me and my wife when I get home. I'll get to them when time comes. And after I connect with my wife, then I connect individually with each of my sons, and then we sit down for our family dinner. When I was growing up, there wasn't a time that I can remember that we had family dinner together. And that's a travesty in society nowadays, and I would encourage you to do that if you're not already doing that. Have your family dinners as a healthy habit, because when I sit down for dinner, I can check to see how my family's doing. My youngest son, he's dinner and a show every night. But if he's sitting down and he's real quiet, I know something's wrong, and I can engage him because I can see that. And it's not sitting down family dinner with electronics and everything. No, that's the phone-free zone. We don't have any electronics at the dinner table because we engage each other, and that in itself is a healthy habit to grow your family. So I have my morning habit, my startup, my shutdown habit, and my evening habit. Those things enable my growth and my success throughout the day. The last thing I do each day is I take about 20 minutes to read in the evening, because I'm always wanting to learn. I'm always wanting to feed my mind. I'm always learning new things over and over again, and I can't get enough of that. But it also gets me ready to relax and be able to sleep properly, and so I'm probably usually down by 9:30, 10 o'clock, because I need to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. That is a habit, a healthy habit that allows me to be the most productive that I can be each and every day. Right? How many of you have heard of the prophet Nehemiah? Right? So Nehemiah was a prophet. He was the cupbearer to King Artaxerxes. Okay? And he went back to Jerusalem to rebuild the walls because it was in shambles. But the thing that Nehemiah had was some amazing habits. One, he communicated effectively. He did the same things over and over. He told the people, hey, you protect the wall with one hand and you build with the other one. He communicated effectively, And in record time, 52 days, the wall was reestablished in Jerusalem, where it had been in shambles for centuries, about 144 years. But because they had those disciplined daily habits, they were able to work together to get that wall back up quickly. So I asked you, what are your daily habits? What are the things that can compound or impede your success each and every day? If you don't have those, take time, write the things down that every day will compound your success for the future. Because the one thing about the compounding effect is it doesn't work unless you start and unless you're consistent. So be consistent in your disciplined daily habits. All right? All right, who's going to guess what my age is and what rank I was when I retired? Go ahead, Blake. What you got?
Age 43.
Oh, I'm 44.
Nice.
Nice.
A colonel.
Yes, I was a colonel when I retired from the Army. All right, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.